Hello there. Today we are going to be playing some Timberborn. I actually recently got gifted Ready or Not, which is basically the other kind of SWAT-like game. I did play some Zero Hour before, but recently I played a bit of Timberborn on my old M1 MacBook, and it's actually a really nice game. And so today I figured that I'd just play a little bit of it and see how it works out. So yeah, we're gonna start anew. We're gonna be the folktales and also probably pick like whatever the super kind of basic map is. Expansive flat areas. Yeah, that sounds okay. And yeah, we're gonna go with like the normal difficulty. I'm kind of guessing that the beginning will be, kind of on the slow side. We'll see. So let's call this element Cowyland, because when you think about it, beavers are just like cows. So we get a bunch of them initially, but basically right now we have just a bunch of unemployed beavers with no place to stay. And how this game works is you typically need a bunch of timber to construct stuff, and also a bunch of food. So either like gathering stuff, or eventually having fields where you grow things. And of course you can have like a bunch of pets and everything you'd expect in a game like this. So let's just draw some paths to start out with. Kind of all the way to the forest, and then over here as well. I'm not like really good at the game. I've played it a bit before, but I feel like eventually you get the hang of it and that you need a very specific like proportion of everything. So we're gonna build some lumberjack flags so our beavers can chop wood. So one over there and one over here. And then just indicate that we want trees cut. And I think basically all of it, because eventually we're gonna just like replant them and it's gonna be good. But for now we just want as much timber as we can. And the beavers, once we unpause, will kind of get on building stuff. So we have like workers and everything. Aside from that, we probably want some gatherer flags. Technically one of these could service the whole area, but we can build two just in case. And also a lovely thing is that I can more or less just like disable one of the buildings if I don't need it right now. And eventually, once we get some wood going, we will probably want some like water pumps and stuff as well. And also I'm gonna set the building priority to the lowest one, just because, you know, other stuff kind of comes first. So if nothing else, we want one pump. And yeah, the rest is gonna be okay. Now we also need some storage for all of the wood we will be getting. So I'll kind of place it nearby. And also a bunch of water storage. Not pumps, it's still under like the storage category. So you can have like small tanks. It's like a really chill game until the drought hits and then everything kind of goes to heck. Oh no. Something like this. And yeah, again, very low priority for the majority of these and high priority for maybe one, just so we have at least some storage, you know? And most likely also a warehouse. Basically for now, this is just where we're gonna put all of like the berries and stuff that we collect. And even before it is built, we can have, you know, like berry storage and stuff. Because this little place can only hold so many. And yeah, see, we have like little beavers munching on trees to chop them down. How freaking cool is that? There was also the well-being category where we can have like a teeth grindstone, which is, you know, basically like a health thing that helps them, you know, be more beaver-like and healthy and stuff. Also, we can make like a campfire. So that goes there, and then there's like the grindstone here. And eventually, once all of that stuff is okay, we can start thinking about housing, which we will also need. Now the game is also telling me to build an efficient farmhouse, which is the other way how we're gonna get like, a bunch of resources and stuff by just planting crops and like growing them and collecting them and stuff. I kind of want to like seed crops on this side, but the little beavers can only walk so far. So this is probably passable. Just kind of sad that, you know, everything on this side is dry. Even though there is like a river running here, its range doesn't kind of reach out. You can kind of see how all of this is dry and the land itself is unusable. So I'd need to come up with some sort of like an irrigation solution. Basically like either blow like canals here or dig them out or something. There's like a whole set of landscaping options and boom, dynamite. But yeah, there's various depths and stuff which would affect how, you know, deep the passage is and how much water I can store there. But you know, that's for a little bit later. I could technically also just have buildings that I guess dump fluid, but I don't know how effective that would actually be. I don't exactly remember how all of this works, Lamau. But yeah, once that will be built, we will be able to plant trees and bushes. But none of this is available because I guess the building itself isn't up yet. Oh wait, right. Crops. For the trees and bushes and that stuff, we need to unlock like a specific thing. But for like carrots and stuff, we can just, you know, assign the area for that now. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. But that should cover the needs for settlement for the near future. Oh yeah, and I can also just speed the game up once I've queued all of this stuff to be constructed. I am kind of tempted to have like another lumberjack here. Just because I know for a fact that the initial trees will be gone really freaking quickly. Might as well, you know, speed it up. But okay, we don't have that many workers. We might want a bit more workers like soon. And maybe another pile here, which we could then use for planks. But that's very much on the back burner. There's no harm in scheduling things, at least. Okay, see, because the water level is pretty decent, we are already pumping water. And we're just gonna put some like in the storage eventually. And the idea is that both beavers will be able to drink now, as well as store the water for later. Because we can see here that we have cycles, we have days, and eventually drought kind of hits and everything goes to crap. Now we could also demolish the blockage here. And this means that this little pond will also fill up with water and whatnot. And eventually we can even block off areas so we can, you know, control the water level, and during the droughts, at least not the super long ones, preserve enough water to keep all of this irrigated. But before that, we have to figure out both like the food production and also like a forestry thing, so we can have, you know, more tree regrowth. We can see some regrowing naturally here, but we'd want to like, you know, plant them as well. And also some housing for the actual beavers and stuff. Like right now we can have lodges and we have like 12 beavers in total. So... yeah, that should cover everyone. But I can build a few more, and eventually I will get the ability to build vertically. So I can straight up build like a freaking cyberpunk looking town, but for beavers. Beaverpunk, if you will. So enough for the current populations on high priority, and the rest is just like meh. We'll get there. Eventually. We're getting the first houses get built already, and we might want to gather more berries. See, now this storage is for berries explicitly. We might have another one right next to it, but for carrots that we will eventually have some of. Yeah, there we go. Because carrots is the thing we're gonna plant here. We already have some beavers working on that. Now, I would love to get farming up and running before the drought hits as well. We'll see how that works out. I really don't have much of a water reserve. Yeah, I need a little bit more water going on. Because 300 would ensure that we're good for like the first, I think, 1 or 2 droughts at least. Okay, now let's scale back the workers a little bit, and now we're just planting the fields. I don't think all of these would survive the first drought. They're very sensitive to water amount changes. If we had enough research, we could have like an adjustable thing here, and to kind of limit the water amount, but like, we can't probably make it until the first drought. My hope is that at least something will grow. Okay, we built the other one, the warehouse is good. And the game is kind of telling us to build the inventor. So as long as we have at least a little bit of a surplus of beavers, we can make some of them just sit in there and come up with like new ideas. In some games I build like 4, but at least early on that feels like way too much. We want at least 1 to start with. So any beavers that aren't doing important things can sit here and generate like research points for us. And with that, we can, for example, unlock, let's say, landscaping things to block the flow of water. And eventually that's going to be like insanely helpful. But for some of these, we do need like planks, and that's like a whole, you know, sort of different production chain and stuff. Early on, I think we can just, you know, build a dam. Oh wait, I can build it now. Hell yeah. But we would need a lot of trees. So early on, the first thing you need is a forester. The forester lets you like replant a bunch of trees and stuff, and you know, it's gonna be pretty good. There's also water wheels for like generating power, but that can wait. At least a little bit. Okay, so we have a bunch of storage. We have a bunch of carrots. There's a campfire. Still nothing for planks, but we're not really making any yet. And luckily, we have enough to get ourselves a forester. So I'm guessing we're gonna have like 1 on this side. Yes. And then 1 on this side as well, just because we can use the forester to, you know, also plant bushes and stuff for like the harvesters and stuff. Come to think of it, maybe 1 on the far side as well. I don't know. Surely no such thing as too many. Well, minus, you know, how many people we actually have to populate them. So let's pause these because they're not super important, but this is like our first priority. Only issue with that is that we do need planks to actually build it. So if we go under wood, we have a lumber mill. And the lumber mill needs some power, and with power, it makes planks for us. Wah. Let me think for a second. So this one needs 50 horsepower. Under power, we have a water wheel, which gives 130. So off of 1 water wheel, we could power 2 of those. Yeah, sounds about right. Wah. Just need to figure out where to put it exactly. Because you might save this area for pumps. Or actually, since it's largely taken up already, we could just have like these shafts here. But then the problem is figuring out how to place everything else exactly. So we had like a road here and demolish stuff. Okay, that doesn't actually demolish the road. This does. Yeah. And then like lumber mills. Two of them. Yeah, that's about as much as I could really hope for. And then just make the road slightly offset, like this. And of course, focus on building one of these, the water wheel, and the first bits of the shafts that we need to actually, you know, give us the power. And everything else can just kind of wait for a little bit. And since the priority for these is higher, any planks that we get should go towards actually the lumber mill and stuff. Now we are still struggling a little bit. So yeah, we just don't have enough beavers. We might need to kind of get the population growing a bit more. But if we have like the spare beds, we just kind of have to wait. Like right now we have 4 tiny beavers that are gonna grow up eventually, and it's gonna be fine. I could build another lodge here though, just in case. Okay, and at least we're building up some reserves of the carrots as well. The food situation is not looking great though. God damn it. You might actually starve a little bit once the first drought rolls around. If we had a lot of trees, we could probably block this off with a dam and then have like one of those you know, controllable spillways or whatever here, and then have a little pond. But that's gonna take a bit of time. And 2 pumps are more than enough for, at least right now. So that's fine. The amount of water we have stored should be okay for a drought. At least the initial ones. We're gonna have like a little storage thingy for later, but again, that's just gonna be more or less a blueprint with like really low priority. Like if they build everything else and have nowhere to put the resources, that's where they'll put them. Like that. And yeah, now we have like a proper lumber mill with no one to work in it. Kind of oof. I really need that forester though. Dang it. I guess I could decrease how many people work in the farmhouse. Because they're mostly just harvesting stuff right now anyways. Yeah, that freed up one person who can like make us some planks. There we go. And that's exactly what our like forester needs and stuff. There. This is gonna be really nice. Once it's done. Oh wait, we also don't have, yeah, we don't have logs. So we just literally kind of ran out. Now it's a good thing that they at least like regrow naturally, but it takes a while. And yeah, we have like the drought approaching too. Kind of a big oof. Because all of these crops, they're basically gonna die. But I think we have like over 200 food stored. So like we're gonna be fine. At least this time, because the first one's like really short. Plenty of water as well. Oh yeah, we're still building the lodges. Okay. No free beds though. Yeah, so we have like a lot of children beavers, but like we can't really have more population than this. So we're gonna definitely need to build those houses like soon. After that, I would kind of love to build basically a second level. The problem is that that might take a lot of planks and we kind of need the forester. So for now, it might be a better idea to build like outwards and stuff. Just like kind of more. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we did a bunch of research stuff so we can have like little lodges to round off this area. Nice. And also enough to unlock the stairs. Although what I should be unlocking right now instead is like the landscaping stuff. So like the floodgates. There we go. So how this is gonna work is that we're just gonna build like one here. And then when we want, we can, you know, raise the water level a lot here. So even if the drought hits, we are good. But right now, in a second, we're gonna experience the first drought. We can maybe gather some more, you know, berries and stuff before then, but yeah, it is about to hit in a second. Hey, we have the forester too. Nice. And so what this means is that now we can plant trees. So if I wanted all of this area to be covered in like birch trees, I could do that. And that's like a very sustainable, you know, setup. Only problem is that maybe like all of the dry areas I should, you know, avoid and not try to plant stuff on, because, you know, it's just not gonna grow. And there's the drought. So what happens with the drought is that where the river is coming from, the flow of water just kind of stops. And you can actually even see over here that, you know, everything just kind of dries out around. So the irrigation we get and the ability to plant stuff, that basically comes from the water. And without that, all of these crops are absolutely fricked. Same with the trees. And any planted trees in like 7 days would basically just kind of die out. Now, it's a good thing that the drought is only like 2.5 days, but you know, all these plants are kind of screwed. And all of the carrots we planted, yeah, they're done for. We're gonna have to replant everything. And you can also see the water reserves getting slowly depleted. And yeah, this basically affects all of the map except apparently this area, which still maintains some water, you know, a little bit deeper. The only problem being that this is like, you know, the bottom of a lake. I can't really go and farm there, unless the beavers would have like scuba gear and stuff. Now, normally this would be an okay time to build stuff, except for all of this being powered by water wheels and, you know, there's no water. Even if I maintained water level, it still would not be like flowing water. So if I really wanted to, I could go to the power section and have a windmill. Except, you know, still not enough research to unlock it. Now, later on, I could actually have more science buildings. Maybe trees enough, you know? And with this in place, we're gonna hopefully have enough in the way of, you know, actual population. We could even try to build a second forester and plant a bunch of like bushes here so that the gatherers actually have something to do. Because right now they're just vibing. And even if it wasn't like drought, they would still harvest everything very, very quickly. But hey, good news! The drought is actually ending and we still had like a frickload of water. Now, if we had doubled the population, this would all be almost dry though. So it does get harder with a bigger population as well. Boom! Drought ended. And we just kind of see the flow of water coming back. Only problem I kind of see with this is that, you know, it's a lot of water coming really quickly. So if you have your own, like, floodgates and stuff, you sometimes kind of need to, you know, lower them. Otherwise, everything kind of, you know, gets flooded for a bit. Okay, we get... is this good water? Okay, this is good water. There's also bad water, which comes from, like, you know, the remains of derelict civilizations and stuff. Okay, so we have 17 beavers and 3 beavers are unemployed. That is actually really, really good, because that means that, you know, we can increase the population even more, and we can increase our industry even more, and we'll be just fine. Yeah. This is a lot for one forester to do, but then again, most of the time that little beaver will be idle while the trees are growing and stuff. Like, this dude is just vibing and not doing anything here either while we build this forester. Also, sooner or later, they're gonna start getting sick, so we're gonna need some, like, you know, well-being stuff here as well. Okay, we do have floodgates unlocked. We just need to build some. So my idea is that basically we'd build 2 here. And then either a dam or a levee. Yeah, I think this is too low. I want the thing that blocks off everything fully. To get the water level be as high as I possibly can. And also I need the little barriers, I guess, that I can build on top of, yeah, like platforms. Just so they can, you know, walk around the place more easily. Although actually, I probably should build it on the maybe other side. Yeah, like this. Instead of here. Just so it's easier for me from at least this camera angle to see the water level and stuff. Actually, this would be a little bit of a waste of materials if I don't have that many planks. So I could leave this one and then just clean these 2 up. And then mark these as like walkable. Because I kind of can't do that with the actual, you know, flatway bits. Problem is I might find it hard to actually build there. Just on the account of, you know, not having a road connection. So this should also solve that. Also, yeah, we probably want like a floodgate here. Not like strictly necessary. Actually, I feel like this should be a relatively high priority. The idea being that even if we don't finish all of this in time for the second drought, at least this could maintain the farmlands without them necessarily like dying off and stuff. So yeah, that's a lot of carrots and stuff. Oh, frick, wait, we're starving. Oh, damn it. Yeah, we have quite the population. We're gonna need more food. Dang it. At least the water is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna need way more like food production. What else could I make? There's spatter dog that I can then like cook or whatever. Actually that seems pretty badass. Maybe I can just plant, you know, a bit more in the way of carrots. There we go. Okay, let's increase it to 3 workers. Prioritize cleaning up a little bit. These people are all hungry, but it's gonna be fine because the harvest is just coming in. Some people are gonna starve a little bit until the next shift takes over. But yeah, we can at least harvest all of this stuff, so we'll be fine. And here we go. I can decrease the water level to let it flow in a bit more. And if I want, I can just do a yoink. And suddenly this body of water is like a separate pond. And this would survive here during the drought, at least for a few days. I just really want to finish this whole thing. I just don't know if I can do it in time. Could boost the priority of everything here. Only problem is I also need the little road around. Just because otherwise they can't move there. So here we go. This is like our main priority for a little bit. And I think we can already see the water level increasing just a little bit. Because the actual flow is, you know, more limited now. This is also why I'm doing like 2 floodgates. Just on the account of during like the spring flood or whatever, maybe one not being quite enough, you know. Holy frick, we might actually have a nice water reserve for the second drought. If we manage to finish this construction. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, these trees are coming in. This is actually really nice. Still a bunch of gathering stuff to do. We somehow eat a lot of the carrots though. Damn it. I might need to get one more farm going, except that it very much looks like they're already doing a pretty good job. It's just that, you know, carrots take some time to grow, and that's that. So without the berries, I would kind of be screwed over here. Definitely not as big of a reserve as I'd like. Oh yeah, and also the population's kind of gonna explode with this many buildings and everything. That's not necessarily like a bad thing or anything. Oh frick, no, we're not gonna make it. Damn it! Oh wait, frick, doesn't this... Yeah, it needs a plank. I'm gonna need to restart the mill as well. Okay, they're bringing the planks here, but like... 2.6 days. I don't think we can make it. Because all of these will be gone in a second, and these will still take like a day at least to grow. And there's like one tree here. God damn it. Wait, we built it? So we can pause the lumber mill. We good. So we literally just need like 30 or 40 logs. Wait, no, frick. The walkways need planks too. I'm not gonna make it. Dang it. Yeah, see, that's our last logs. Wait, these are just starting to grow too. God, this is actually good. Oh my god, just a few more and we're good. Such a freaking race against time. Totally unintentional, by the way. See, just one more. But we have half a day. I don't think we'll make it. Wait a minute, we have all of the logs. No. Make everyone work 24 hours. We literally just need the work to be done. Come on. There we go. We freaking nailed it. And then send everyone back to sleep because we're not psychos. Increase the water level a little bit more. 85. And nothing flooded here, and we are good. So even as the drought is coming in, this is just like a basin of water. And basically we nailed it, and all of the trees will keep growing, which means that we get a continuous supply. The only problem is like the water wheel is dead, so we can't make more planks right now. But we can build up quite the supply of logs. Now I am kind of thinking that I might want to work on getting some more power going on here. Like the windmill. Because with a single windmill, I could power the whole setup. Like this. It might cost gears though. Oh wait, no, it only needs logs and planks. So eventually we're probably gonna have like a gear factory as well. Gear workshop. And then just extend our little like manufacturing setup like this. Now obviously we're not going to be running all of these all the time, and we don't actually have enough planks to finish the windmill right now. We could have like a little sort of backup wheel. 50 horsepower. Where a literal beaver just runs in like the little round thing. There, like this. So we have enough of a backup to power one of these mills. So this is high priority, this is high priority, and this is already built, so we good. But okay, basically we have a beaver running there, and we can power, for example, one of the mills. So we can still produce some of the planks and then just work on finishing the windmill. And then, you know, I can just turn this off and use wind power, at least when it's windy. I've also seen people doing some like crazy things with building vertically. I might experiment with that. Except, you know, that again needs a lot of planks. Dang it. Okay, first things first. We're gonna have some walkways here, and then eventually, I think I'm just gonna have like a bunch of platforms like this. And then a sort of like city on top of city vibe. like make all of this walkable, and then just build this exact pattern of like, you know, residential buildings or whatever on top. One more plank and we're gonna have some wind power. There we go, except there's no wind right now. Dang it. Okay, you are free to go and do your thing. Okay, food is looking good. Water's looking good. And right now, I think we're gonna kind of flood everything. Because I still have the floodgates set to a pretty high level. And a bunch of waters coming in. Let's see what the water physics are like. Oh, hey, they have a frickload of berries up there. Like right now, I'm just building in that one little valley, but eventually I'm gonna have to kind of branch out and stuff. But okay, look. The water level is gonna increase a bunch, I think. Yeah, it's set to 85, which is normally okay, but right now, since there's like a big influx of water, we can just, you know. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's quite the spring. Even though this is set to the lowest, everything still floods for a little bit. Not a big deal though. And once that is passed, we can set the level to whatever we want. Something reasonably high, right? 85. Yep, just have to be careful not to let it, like, overflow. It kind of did. Oof. I don't think a little is that bad. Although it might make, you know, plants eventually die if they're in that state for too long. So, I'm guessing like 75 is okay. Maybe 80. Yoink. Yep, we good. I think. No? Okay, this is slightly overkill. I don't need this level of precision. Come on. Wait. Don't really need gears yet. I should have like a little storage though for the eventual gears we're gonna get. Large pile might be a little bit wasteful. Small ones are too small. I need like a 2x2 or something. I don't know. Let's have 2 of these. And both for... Oh, wait. Do I need warehouses for gears? Oof. That's a big warehouse. Maybe like the small ones. Oh yeah, I can put gears in here. Yep. 60 gears and a bunch of logs and planks. We good. What I'm thinking is that we could build storage vertically too. Just like have another medium warehouse on top of what we already have. So make this be for blueberries. And make this one be for carrots. And then just build some like little platforms and you know, make everything reachable that way. I could clear some of this land and then just put like a ladder there. These two. And give it a high priority so they're, you know, clear in a second. Actually, even this. Yeah. It's like 3 little plants. Surely it won't have like a big effect or whatever. Okay. And the idea here being that gonna have some wooden stairs. Gonna have another platform here. And a little route here. Maybe I do need another farm. I have like no idea. Wait, the aquatic farmhouse. That could be really cool too. So, how and where do I build it? I probably need a way for the beavers to get into water, right? They're not really in walking distance of the warehouse though. So I'm probably building like a new one or something. Let's see. Like this. I'm kind of guessing. And some storage. Kind of like this. Yeah. 4 paddocks. No, spatter dogs. I am so confused here, damn. So the spatter dogs can be grilled. Where do I like collect them? Okay, potatoes, wheat, spatter dog. Also cattails, but is that food? I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. Beavers confuse me. Cattail crackers. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, okay. This stores grilled spatter dogs, and to actually grill them, I'm gonna need a grill. So yeah. One of those buildings as well. And select the recipe, grilled spatter dog. Yeah, like that. So this goes first, then this one, and then I guess the storage as well. They can all have like high priority. And then just plant a bunch of those. It's actually really freaking cool. I get to use the area with a bunch of water I already have. So essentially all of this becomes like farmland immediately. Freaking nice. You're gonna need a lot of logs and planks though. Situation here is kind of a little bit sad though. I could, however, plant a frickload of trees and also blueberries. You can never have too many blueberries. Like this. And then the rest is just trees. I feel like eventually I'm gonna, you know, kind of expand and I won't be able to allot this area to just trees, but it's fine. Now, since we have a bunch of science, we could also unlock the medium storage tank, which has way bigger of a capacity than everything else. Only problem with that is that we are going to need some gears for that, and currently we have like literally none. So we might need to get the gear manufacturing online as well. Oh hey! And the beavers can finally plant stuff in the water. Heck yeah. Now, unfortunately, now we have unemployment once more. Just because, you know, not enough beavers. Luckily though, still one free bed, so that situation is gonna resolve itself in a second. And in the meantime, they're all gonna kind of build, you know, some walkways so we can build up. And yeah, we're also getting the thing where we have like beavers that are injured, so we're gonna need like a medical bed. We're just gonna place one here in the center. One should be enough for now, but give it a high priority. There's also a shower. Needs to be next to water? How does this work? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. So... I'm thinking where to place it. This is perfect. Yes, definitely. So yeah, we will be able to heal the beavers and also make sure that, you know, their wet fur needs are handled. Okay, this beaver's recovering. It's all gonna be fine. And look, the warehouse thingy worked out. Now we have people bringing goods up to the second floor. And the same principle should work with carrots. The problem is that our beavers eat literally all the carrots. So yeah, oof. That's why if we had a bunch of spare people, you know, a second farm would make a lot of sense. Speaking of which, some of these are already built, so I could also build more housing. So boom, second story lodge. And so what this means is that, you know, we're gonna get more ability to grow the population. I'm probably gonna leave this for like building up even further. Like a staircase here. But there's also that like kind of rooftop chill out spot thing I can build. So rooftop terrace. Maybe. This would actually work really nicely. I'm also not quite sure what the overhang thing is. 2x1. But it's 350, so we can probably just build like a regular platform here. Well, the idea is that, you know, we're gonna try to fill the second floor area up with other buildings. Like more housing. Might look like this, and this. And I don't actually know. Maybe just like this and then make the little area there walkable. Like this. We do want to give it a very like low priority though. Because we don't want the population to immediately explode. And while we're at it, let's actually build that second farm too. I kind of wish I could just upgrade buildings, but yeah, not really a thing. Oh damn, I can build it in water. Actually, come to think of it, I could just build platforms and then place the building on top of the platforms. It would be, you know, maybe a little bit inefficient, but who cares? So it would go like this and then like this. Perfection. Yeah, and then we can farm all of the same areas. Yeah. Maybe I need to plant even more of the spatter docks and stuff. Okay, that's perfect. And then all the way to there. Because, you know, if we have 2 people employed there, they might as well spend some of the time just like planting everything. And then we're almost like doing crop rotations, because this stuff is, well, at least a third on the way towards like being fully grown and harvestable. And then all of this stuff will just keep growing in the background and stuff. I'm not sure why these aren't being harvested though. Like, what the frick? Don't we have more people? Okay, prioritize harvest. Oh damn, the second floor of berries is already full. The frick do I do here? Do I just build a third floor of berries? That's a lot of food. Damn. I could build a big warehouse, but I don't have enough planks for that. I could also just build more platforms and then have berries on, well, on top of that. Let's see. I might need like a double platform for this though. Oh wait. Oh wait, frick, no. The like entrance needs to be kind of to the side. Oof. No. What am I doing? Jeez. Okay, let's cancel all of these and just build it at ground level. At least for now. And then later build another floor on top of it. But yeah. Okay, we have a warehouse here. And we're just gonna turn this into like a little path. There we go. We good. And berries. And technically I could also, yeah, just place another level on top. And then just have like an unspecified warehouse. Who knows, maybe I'll need it later. Once we hit 20 gears, technically we could work on the proper setup for the big water storage. Right now that's not really an issue, but as we go along, the droughts will get longer and longer. So we do want like bigger water storage. Well, 14 gears. Almost there. We could also eventually get some of those like batteries. And how those work is that, you know, just like gravity based. The higher I build this, like if I put it on a mountainside or something, the more energy I can store, which is really freaking cool. And then, you know, when there's a drought and there's like no wind and nothing's going on, I can at least get access to that energy and be good. Okay, the water level's fine. All of this is like irrigated. For this following drought, we will be okay. I think. I hope. We actually have enough gears to build the big water storage. Now, doing that will involve tearing down some of the stuff we already have, which makes me a little bit worried. For that storage, we also need 30 planks. Now that's the scary bit. Could we get 30 planks? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Frick it. YOLO. I'm gonna recover a bunch of water. The recovered water will hopefully go into the adjacent storage. I'm gonna get a frick load of planks. Well, okay, regular wood from this that I can then turn into planks. And that means that I can just have like the medium storage tank, like here, and set it to the absolute highest priority. And even though we have almost no stored water now, at least the water level is fine and we have the pumps and, you know, we'll figure it out. Just need to hope that, you know, once the daytime comes, we're gonna produce a frick load of planks and fill that storage up. I'm just not sure whether we'll be able to do that before the actual, like, drought hits. And the drought is hitting. Oof. Okay, let's set this to regular water and we're gonna be good. So this way increased our water capacity. We have like 420 water storage. Now because the drought is ending, we're gonna set the height to like... Oh, frick, wait, not yet. Okay. It's fine. We still have water here. It's still irrigated. And the new water is flowing in. We're gonna be good. I almost killed all of the crops. Oh, frick. Yeah, it's like a puddle. But at this rate, luckily, nothing will flood. So, you know, the water level here is increasing, sure. But with a bit of luck, we'll be fine. Yep, there we go. Just let it all kind of flow through. Well, okay, frick, this still flooded, but this is just for a second. We're good. There we go. And now we increase it just a little bit. 75, nothing is flooding, and we are vibing. All of this is also finished. I'd say we're in a pretty chill spot. And you know what? For today, I think that this is where I will be wrapping up. This has been like a quick little look at Timberborn. And honestly, really pleasant game. Still counts as an early access, but like if you like the genre and if this looked nice, you definitely should get it. Other than that, I will see you in another stream or video, and until then, take care. Bye bye.